So if I recall, Jeff, the end of week 1 was when we do our story, right?
Kind of depending on where you were in the order, but yeah, it tends to be the last few days of week 1.
Talk about what the instruction set was for each of us as we went off and prepared to do that.
Well, the guidelines that we would typically give folks, again, was just, we always suggest that the clients, write something out, bullet point it. And we ask that the story be told within the framework of the trauma tree. So again, these stories don't need to be void of success and great moments. And if it wasn't for my grandfather and that stuff, but, there's a thing we're here to focus on as well, right? So the what happened to me. And that we'd be given the 45 minutes to tell your story. And we try to stay out of the way as much as possible, okay? Unless it's therapeutically necessary. Some folks, not rescue would be the wrong word, but some folks can get to going down the rabbit hole of dysregulation with their emotions and going into detail. So that client may need a little help moving forward, right? Whereas another client may machine gun through a story, right? And that's ingenious too, right? Don't have to feel it if I don't stop, and we might need to slow that client down, right? But the essence of the story, again, is just to tell what happened to me. And then I think where the real magic can happen is during the feedback. Because you get 45 minutes to use your mouth, and then we ask you to use your ears. And we ask folks to play by one more rule, and that is, please do not give feedback to the feedback. And we're back to the control word, right? Because I've got this thing I'm ready to present. Perhaps I've presented it 10 times, and I've got it written out, or I've at least got bullet points. So I feel good about it, no problem. But you start telling me how you felt and what came up for you, Peter, when I was talking about my dad and what he did, I don't know how that's going to feel for me, right? And so, and so many times, almost 100% of the time, within the spirit of not giving feedback to feedback is almost like equates to, I'm going to throw some love on you. Okay? Like, maybe I didn't have anything in the world in common with you, but when you talked about that thing at 8 years old, I felt myself getting angry. And that's how somebody lets somebody know, I was listening to you. I was there with you, right? And 90% of the time, at least, and it's so hard for folks to not give, to just sit there and let somebody share from the heart and to not give feedback to that feedback, right? But so many times it's like, well, but my brother had it a lot worse. It's like, I just throw my hands down and I'm like, it happens almost, that's why we do it. It's like somebody throws some love on you, and it's almost like out of my shame and my woundedness, I need to remind you that I'm a piece of shit. It happens so often. So we're just like, you get to talk
How do you break that cycle? It's very, very difficult.
A lot of folks, they think that change is about announcing that they know what they're about to do, right? I know this is going to sound codependent, all right? Well, if you're firing on all pistons as a therapist, the response should be, then don't say it, right? Because there's enough muscle memory there. We need to practice the uncomfortable thing of not saying the thing you've been saying for years, not doing the same. I'm the last person to be black and white about many things. I think much of my work with clients, individually, in groups, what have you, with human beings, is finding the gray, right? But I tell you what, when it comes to compulsive behaviors, complex post-traumatic stress, these things that we've been doing for years and decades, I'm either strengthening an old connection or I'm building a new one, And so that's back to when those clients say, what should I do when I leave this group room? Do something different and experience what it's like to do something different. And so many times it's not doing something, right? I mean, we've took the vacuum cleaner away from clients before. I mean, it's an ingenious damage control strategy. It's a safety. I mean, it's like, it's written all over the walls, you know. We're here to talk about some deep stuff, and I'm finally going to be expected to talk about my stuff, right? So, and we've encouraged other clients to break rules. Some folks at the bridge, you know, might not like that, but it's like, you need to go take some coffee into the morning meeting. You've been a rule follower your whole life.
Yeah, we were only allowed one coffee a day or something, right? Yeah, first thing.
That's not much.
Oh, God.
From what I understand, it's not the strongest coffee in the world either.